a different topic.
What do you expect? They're called the Fighters Party.
Exactly. Thank you, Ainsley.
All right, thank you, Brian. Listen to this. Young people, they're enthralled with the socialism of Bernie Sanders. As we all know, they've all followed him, possibly because he promises to do things like this.
Tuition free. 3 months paid family and medical leave. A living wage, $15 an hour. Healthcare is a right of all people, not a privilege.
But do millennials actually understand what true socialism is and what it can lead to? 3 years ago, Sanders' former spokesman, David Sirota, wrote this piece for Salon titled Hugo Chavez's Economic Miracle. But now, look at Venezuela. It's on the verge of complete collapse. There's no food there, no medicine, no electricity. People are rioting in the streets. Look at this video. Well, Dr. Sebastian Gorka, he's the author of Defeating Jihad, an excellent read, and has a personal story about socialism. Good morning. Thank you for being with us, Dr. Gorka. I heard you speak recently, and you talked about, you know, the effects of communism firsthand. Your parents lived through this. Your dad was in prison when he was in his early 20s, just trying to fight for freedom. Tell us a little bit about your parents' story.
Right, so my parents were born and raised in Hungary behind the Iron Curtain during the Cold War. And my father saw his country after World War II being progressively taken over by the communists. So he decided to resist. In university, he created a Patriots underground movement. He was betrayed from the West by a double agent, Kim Philby, and then he got a life sentence in a political prison until he was liberated by the revolutionaries in 1956. So I was brought up in the West understanding that the socialist utopia is impossible and will destroy individual freedom and liberty.
When you saw the Berlin Wall fall, you thought, everything my parents went through, it's over now.
Right.
And now you hear Bernie Sanders running on the platform of socialism. What goes through your mind?
It's hard to really believe. We put this argument to bed 30 years ago. We put that last nail in the coffin of Karl Marx, communism, socialism. We proved to the world that the bigger a government gets, the less freedom an individual has. Big government means enslavement for the individual. And now people are going to rallies thinking that the government will solve everything. It's as if we never won the Cold War, Ainsley.
Is it a slap in the face to all of our grandparents or all of the men and women that are fighting for our country right now?
It truly is. It undermines people's commitment to what the values are that this nation was founded on. If you don't understand America was founded on individual liberty and freedom, that's when you can vote for Bernie Sanders.
All right, I get it. These young people, they hear free, free, free. They don't have any money. When you're in college, you have nothing. To have someone say, I'm going to pay for your college, I get it. But they didn't live through this, or they were too young to see the wall fall, or remember it at least. Look into the camera. What is your message for them? Because you really know firsthand what this can lead to. And you say what Bernie Sanders is preaching, it's all a lie. Why?
Human beings who promise you paradise will end up enslaving you. America was built, the only nation built on the principles of liberty and individual freedom. If you want somebody else to solve your problems for you, you are enabling dictatorship.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Dr. Gorka. I'm sorry for everything your family went through, but thank you for explaining this to us today so that we don't go back to that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Coming up, complete strangers come together to say